Take your mind into the wonderful world of physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kinetic Hour. Conversations with you and guests. With your host, Kenan Wesley Mason. That's me.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Kinetic Hour. I am your host, Kenan Wesley Mason. Welcome one, welcome all on a Saturday afternoon. For some of you, it might be Saturday evening, but welcome anyway, as we're simulcasting once again on Facebook and on Instagram. So we got the Facebook people here, Instagram people here. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you to everyone that's watching this on YouTube. As I always tell everybody to subscribe to both of my YouTube channels. One here, the Kinetic Hour, and that's Kinetic, Kennetic, the Kinetic Hour, and the other is Kinetic Fit and Wellness Info. Kinetic Fit and Wellness Info. Once again, that's Kinetic, Kennetic. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in once again. Before I start, I just want to say that I got this book in the mail from someone that I just did an interview with. It won't air until early next year, and I'm actually going to have her on as well at the beginning of the year. Her name is Paula Vale, and here's her book. It's called Why Am I So Happy? Why Am I So Happy? The sign of true success is a happy heart. And so she sent this to me in the mail. So thank you, Paula. I'm definitely going to read that, and I can't wait for you to be on the Kinetic Hour. And also, I can't wait for the show that we did to air on your respective show as well. So it looks like a few people are going to be very, very happy. Well, one person is, as we step into the world of entertainment, because a lot has been going on in the entertainment world over the last week. Oh, yeah. And a lot of people have already been talking about it. And it just keeps kind of compounding and building. More and more stuff and information is coming out by the day. But as you all know, Why Am I So Happy is the title of this book. Why is entertainer Cassie, she should be happy right now, because truths are beginning to surface about how the entertainment industry operates, which many of us have known for quite some time, that the entertainment industry can be a beast if you allow yourself to get caught up in this vortex that is the entertainment industry. For a lot of people, not for everyone, but for many entertainers, it appears that in order to be that, there's some exchanges that must be made. Or in the entertainment industry, some people say sacrifice. What sacrifices are you willing to take on, or what are you willing to sacrifice for the sake of being or becoming famous? Sean Combs, and I've talked about Sean Combs on a couple of previous episodes about how, especially about how he's been getting all these awards and accolades lately, but no one from Bad Boy Entertainment has shown up to help him to celebrate. And now, a couple of months later, we see that he just settled. We don't know what the amount is, but Cassie was asking for 30 million for physical and sexual abuse and assault, and for him to pay her. And there may be more people to come in the future. It remains to be seen. So more people may be coming to the forefront when it comes to Sean Combs specifically, and possible other allegations of physical and sexual abuse. So that remains to be seen. But as far as Cassie is concerned, she just opened the doors possibly for a multitude of people, and I say people because there may be men and women, or women and men, that could come to the forefront to possibly tell their stories, regardless of whether there's a non-disclosure agreement. Because depending on the circumstances and the allegations, a non-disclosure agreement can be null and void in a court of law. So it looks like Sean Combs settled. We don't know if it was for the whole 30 million or possibly more, because there's a lot at stake for not only Sean Combs, but for multiple executives within the entertainment industry. Because we see after Sean Combs was alleged in the beginning, it was alleged that he physically and sexually abused his, I guess she would be considered his girlfriend, or I guess that's what she thought when she made a choice to step into this vortex called Bad Boy Entertainment and Sean Combs. For 10 years, allegedly, for 10 years, she took a lot of abuse, and it's all documented in 35 pages of court papers that are for the whole public to see. The public can go and see his public records of what all the allegations are, 35 pages worth. And they're pretty serious allegations. They're pretty serious. So we're going to see if any other allegations come to the forefront. We know about, let's see, another woman. Her name is Dana Tran, who's come forward and made claims or allegations that she was also abused, physically abused by Sean Combs, who is the founder of Bad Boy Entertainment, which was very successful once upon a time. He was probably one of the biggest music executives of the all throughout pretty much the 1990s and the early 2000s. Made a lot of money from many and multiple entertainers, whether it's singing, R&B, rap, hip hop. He made a lot of money off of a lot of people. And why aren't they speaking? Why aren't they helping him to celebrate these milestones in his life and career? Could it be because of these lawsuits that he's having to settle here? And it looks like the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment, Harvey Pierre, Looks like he has some allegations being filed in the state of New York as well against he and Bad Boy Entertainment. Looks like more people are starting to be accused of. Now, whether all of these are factual or not, that remains to be seen. So that's why the term alleged is being tossed around left, right, up, and down. Jimmy Iovine, CEO of Interscope Records, Interscope, Death Row, Dr. Dre, Suge Knight. He's being accused from a Jane Doe of harassment, sexual harassment from August of 2007. So we'll see what comes of that. Jamie Foxx is another one. And he's, after his disappearance from an illness that just kind of tackled him all of a sudden, he's being accused from an incident in 2015. L.A. Reid, another one, in court for similar allegations. Multiple people within the entertainment. These are all executives. These aren't the artists. These are the executives. Sean Combs being an executive and an artist. Yeah, he's had to pay out. And here's my thing. And a lot of defense lawyers come to the aid of entertainers to settle these cases, with the premise being that the person being accused just wants to get back to work. We're just going to settle. We don't want to go through all this. We don't want to have to take the time and spend the money to clear our name and to clear the reputation of our respective businesses. So instead of settling out of court, because if Cassie's not the only one, he may have to settle multiple allegation lawsuits that come forward in the future. There's this law in New York that expired, I believe yesterday was the last day, which is the reason why you had these allegations come forward so suddenly, because the statute was about to expire, I think the day after Thanksgiving, which was yesterday. Now, was that the sole reason why? I don't know. But nonetheless, the lawsuits were filed and they're public record. So anyone can go and see, and they're pretty detailed in their description. And there are other people in the entertainment industry that are willing to come forward to side with Cassie on the not only the allegations, but the perpetual cycle that runs in the entertainment industry when it comes to these type of allegations. This is nothing new. It's just now coming to the forefront that these abuses have been occurring, not only with Sean Combs, but we see with other executives or entertainers. We saw Harvey Weinstein, who's pretty much a cripple now. He wasn't like that before all these allegations came forward. He was walking upright and healthy and, happy and cheerful as can be. But as soon as these allegations come forward and he's found guilty for all the misconduct that he participated in with a lot of actresses, he's paying the price. And you can literally look at him and tell that he's paying the price for all the stuff that he's done to multiple women in the entertainment industry. Harvey Weinstein. We see a lot of other people, Bill Cosby, who was actually released from lawful custody after some legal flip-flops and different turn of events with certain legalities. He's free, but that's not to say that he hasn't admitted certain things that he's done during his career. Robert Kelly, same thing, who's probably going to be in jail for a good majority of his life, maybe for the rest of his life. Mr. Masterson from that 70s show, same thing. So we can't say that it's a black thing, that they're just going after a bunch of black men, because as I just mentioned, there are individuals that are not black that have gone through the same allegations and been found guilty, because that's how dirty the entertainment industry can be. And since we're in a social media era, more information is readily available, and more people are talking that have been on the inside for a number of years, going back to the mid-90s, going to the height and the peak of Bad Boy Entertainment's success. So more people that were present in that era and were on the inside, they're starting to talk. And we're seeing more and more people speaking on certain truths and getting their own selves caught up. Oh gosh, this is the reason why it pays to do right by people when you're doing business ventures, so you don't have to go through all of this. So you don't have to go through all of this. Yeah, Kanye is another one. Yeah, Kanye West. You notice how he exposed a lot of this stuff as well, and obviously he's being followed all over the freaking planet because he just happened to run into his trainer that's been taking him in and out of these psych facilities, turning him into a human robot through pills and mind manipulation and all this other stuff. And his trainer, if you will, that's what he's called, trainer, more like a follower, some people say handler. Some people say he might even be a plant, FBI, CIA stuff. But nonetheless, why is he in Dubai where Kanye is all of a sudden? The entertainment industry. And going back to Sean Combs, I mean, again, we're in a social media era. And in a social media era and in an era of YouTube being bigger and greater than ever, there's multiple videos that have surfaced that are on YouTube right now involving Sean Combs, just in weird acts, the way he speaks to his peers when he's intoxicated. Old clips of him and Justin Bieber. I mean, he took Justin Bieber to this house. I don't know if it was just them two, but I've seen it. It was them two at some house in some far off place somewhere. I don't know where, but there's one clip in specifically that stands out for me, is when Justin was in the studio recording, and while all cameras were on him, Sean Combs walks into the studio unbeknownst to Justin Bieber, that what is he doing here? And when Sean Combs asked the question, how come you haven't been calling me? I'm paraphrasing if that's not the exact phraseology, but you should have seen the look on Justin's face. I mean, the look of fear, the look of fear. Which tells me that something is going on behind all the closed doors of the entertainment industry. I mean, why is Justin Bieber gone so mentally crazy, if you will, for lack of another term? The chronic depression. I mean, he literally's been looking like he's out of it, you know, hunched over in his wife's lap and just, you know, just looks like he's not completely there. He's not completely there. And there's been multiple entertainers that have gone through these types of episodes. And then years later, we find out that, you know, they were abused in Hollywood. You know, I mean, and we can go back to one of the ultimate child stars that I can think of is probably Gary Coleman from Different Strokes. For those that remember, that are in the age bracket of being in their 40s and 50s, you would know that Gary Coleman was a child star who became very bitter against the entertainment industry for the way he was treated during an 8-year run of Different Strokes. And he was very bitter until the day he passed. I mean, to the point to where they literally, I mean, all you gotta do is go back and look at episodes, seasons, I think, oh gosh, 5 and 6, between 5 and 6 or 6 and 7, where his entire look changed when he was maturing in his face, his skin was becoming darker. And then all of a sudden they lightened him up and made him look like a young boy all over again. Hollywood. And this was back in the 80s. This was back in the 80s. Hollywood. And we saw what happened to Todd Bridges and Dana Plato. And again, many other child stars. We see Britney Spears going through her episodes. We see Amanda Bynes. We see Maia Campbell. You name it. They've all had their Hollywood episodes. So what is going on in Hollywood to where all of these allegations are surfacing about the abuse, the continuous abuse that runs rampant in Hollywood? And again, going back to Sean Combs, you know, there's multiple, and many people, if this is nothing new, many people have talked about all of this, all the old clips of him on Drink Champs and him doing these interviews, and him in these old clips with Usher and Kevin Hart and Trey Songz in the hotel room with the on the bed. And I guess I could say the word. I mean, hell, they sell them in Target and Walmart. So, yeah, on the bed. And, you know, this is on YouTube, unless they've taken it down. But, yeah, multiple videos that are surfacing, and more interviews of other people that are either surfacing or resurfacing regarding Sean Combs and other entertainers that were in his presence quite frequently to witness certain episodes with him and people that are in his circle, the entertainment industry. So there's more to come, I guess. Will this be the last lawsuit that comes his way? Because I think there's 3 right now. I think there's 3 thus far against Sean Combs. And then there's one against the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment. More people are speaking. More people are sharing things that they've been holding in for years and years and years and years and years. And more and more people are verifying that these stories are true. More and more people are coming forward to verify or confirm that these stories or allegations, because you have to use the word alleged until things are cleared up in a court of law. All of these allegations, there are multiple people that are coming forward to confirm them. People that may not have gone so far in the entertainment industry because they weren't willing to do certain things to move up in the industry. You know, there's prices to pay in exchange for your fame, not necessarily your riches and wealth, but your fame, being a public figure, being a public figure. And so we know that the entertainment industry, I know one person has gone on multiple shows, internet shows and podcasts, and said that the entertainment industry is 85% either gay or bisexual. 85%, which means who are the 15% that are straight, and how far did their careers go? 85%. That's a lot. Which is why you hear stories again years down the road that we hear stories about how Rock Hudson back in the 50s, he couldn't speak about his lifestyle in Hollywood. He had to play the straight man to the public versus what his reality was, that he was a gay man playing or acting as a straight man, having certain women appointed to him for the sake of being seen in public. A wife was appointed to him. So could it be that many women are appointed to certain men to make them look good in Hollywood, to give the narrative that they're the man's man? Could it be? Because there's just so many truths, if you will, or facts that are coming to the forefront about Hollywood's operation. And I've been told certain things about Hollywood as well, about the Hollywood tree, if you will, or the Hollywood bush, because the Hollywood it's a real tree and it does certain things. Just like when you light up a sage. You know, when you light up sage, it burns. You know, when you light up sage and you see the smoke kind of circulate, and you get a hint of the aroma, and it changes how your mind operates. It changes the way you think and how you feel about life and your life. The Hollywood. Hollywood used to be called Hollywood Land once upon a time. It has an energy all unto itself. Hollywood is an energy. And depending on how far you want to go in Hollywood will depend on how light or how dark your energy will be. So something to think about for those that want to get into the entertainment industry. And not saying that it's all bad, but obviously there are people in the entertainment industry that are giving it a horrible face and name. Obviously, with these allegations and the settlement. If you're not guilty, you go to court and defend yourself. Right? You go to court, defend your company, Bad Boy. Defend it. Defend yourself. Sean Combs, if you're not guilty, you go and defend yourself, defend your name, defend your integrity, defend your dignity. defend the integrity of the company you founded. I mean, if you truly love it that much, you say your name is Love. Okay, show it, prove it. Why would you settle for 30 million? You know, there's no amount of money that should be worth your dignity and integrity. You know, that was Monique's whole gripe, right? That was Monique's whole gripe. I'm not going to sacrifice my dignity and my integrity for the entertainment industry. No way. That's why she was blackballed after she got her Oscar. And now we see a few years later, you know, and she likes to brag about it, and she should, because she's been right all along, obviously. I think she's suing a company right now for her rights to the Parkers. But there are multiple people that have been talking this talk for a long time, and people keep sweeping it under the rug. But now these are serious allegations that are coming to the forefront. And, you know, people that want to get into the entertainment industry, go for it. Just go in with both eyes wide open, and have people by your side that won't allow you to go down that road. That road. The road that creates all of this chaos, right? Because there are people that are prospering very well, and they're not doing all this crap and all this stuff, abusing people for your fame or for your power and for your money. You have to abuse people for power. Okay. And this is the man that got the keys to the city of New York. Sean Combs. The keys to the city. And then this happens. For those that go into the entertainment industry, just have the best people with you, whether it's family, people that are close to you that you trust, not industry people. Because industry people, again, the energy has already consumed them. So go in with both eyes wide open. And when you have contractual agreements, make sure you and your respective attorneys read every single word, or have the attorney read every single word to you. Make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. So again, you'll know exactly what you are getting yourself into, especially when you have to communicate with some of these executives. Oh, so as I sign off, again, go to my YouTube channel. There's 2 YouTube channels. One, The Kinetic Hour. That's KENNETIC. Subscribe, click thumbs up, leave your comment. Tell everyone you know to tune in to The Kinetic Hour. I'm going to do maybe 2 more shows, and then that'll be it until next year. So I'm going to do a couple of more shows. I have a show coming up this upcoming week with a special guest. And then I'm going to wrap up the end of the year with talk about the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So that's coming up, which again, all of this ties into it, unfortunately. So that'll be a real great discussion. I'm going to have 2 of my best friends come on, and we're going to talk about hip hop in the entertainment industry and how it's either helped us or how it's been a great curse to us as a culture. So this is Kenan Mason. Signing out until next time.